Hello everybody. In this video I wanted to share my experience of the Robinhood debit card after 1 year, and I got the card originally towards the beginning of January of 2020, so I'm actually still a few weeks shy of it being a full year, but I just wanted to go ahead and say that for the purposes of this video. So I'm really going to be sharing my experience with the debit card and explaining how it works off of this picture right here. You can see off of the top there, it has a 0.3% annual interest rate, and that may seem really low, but when you compare it to a savings account, which is typically around 0.02%, it's actually quite good. And this is really more similar to a checking account than a savings account. So for money that's just sitting in a checking account, I would say a passive income of 0.3% is actually pretty good. And how it works, you can see there that I'm accruing interest right now in December, and I've accrued only 14 cents so far, and then it'll be paid out to my Robinhood account at the very end of December, and this happens month over month. And this year so far, I've earned $7 in interest so far. And what's really important here is that in the future, that 0.3% interest rate is actually going to be higher. When I first got the debit card in January, it was at 1.8%, which I was really happy with for just money that's going to be sitting in my account anyway. That money can be money that's tied up in a limit buy on stocks, or just money that you're going to spend in the future on stocks that's sitting in your Robinhood account. But as you can see, there were 77 cents paid out in January, and that's mostly just because it wasn't earning interest that whole month, but it did have that 1.8% interest rate. And then in February, I earned $1.70, which was my highest month. And then in March, only 57 cents because the Fed cut the rate to cut the rate, and then it cut the rate all the way down to 0%. So the Robinhood debit card went from 1.8% to 1.5%, and then all the way down to 0.3% when the Fed announced 0% rates. And this is important because the future interest rates will be higher. I would say for most of 2021, it's still going to be that 0.3% because the Fed is going to keep interest rates at 0 or near 0%. But looking further out, you are going to earn more money on your idle cash. And then if you look down a little bit further, you can find free ATMs in your town. Even if you're in a tiny, tiny town in the middle of nowhere, there's ATMs all over the place. There's something like 28,000 of them in the US. They're at Walgreens, CVS, all kinds of other retailers. So you really don't have to worry about that for accessing your cash if you do need to, but I really don't even use my debit card much like that. I really just use it for that passive income that's going to be sitting in my Robinhood account anyway. But if you do want to go that route and use your ATM and direct deposit as well for your Robinhood debit card, you can do that. If you do have any further questions about it, be sure to let me know down below and I will get back to you. I make tons of brief stock analysis videos on my channel, so be sure to come and check that out if you think you might enjoy that. And thank you so much for watching to the very end.